So hello everyone, welcome back to Geeks for Geeks Practice, and today we'll be looking at another problem of the day. The name of this problem of the day is plus 1. So let us now read the problem statement. We are given a non-negative number represented as a list of digits and we have to add 1 to the number. And now that means that we have to increment the number represented by the digits. The digits are stored such that the most significant digit is the first element of the array. That means that this one, that is the number represented here, is 124, right? So the number which have to represent it in the decimal form is given in the form of an array. Perfect. That means each digit in this array represents the each digit of that number. So basically if we form out the number, it will give me 124. And now our task is to add 1 to this 124 number which is formed by this array digits and return that number in the form of the and we have to return that number in the vector. So let us now move further and see how we have to solve this problem statement. So basically it is a very easy problem, right? So as we have understood this problem statement completely, let us now see how we'll solve it. What's the logic behind this? So suppose here the array given to us is 1, 2 and 4, right? And we have to add 1 to it. So if we have this number 1 to 4 and if we add 1, so basically we add 1 here in the last digit, right? At this place only. So similarly here what we will do, we will first of all form the number out of it, of these digits, right? And after forming the number out of these digits, we will simply add 1 to it. And once after adding the 1 to this digit formed from this array, we will again separate out the digits out of this number and store into a vector, and then we will return it. Perfect. So there might be some cases that we have to handle explicitly, right? Because there might be the case of 999, and when we add 1 to it, so 10000 becomes, right? So this one is extra. Let us now see like how we will solving it, right? Let us now directly jump to the coding part, because I don't think that there is much to explain to this problem. We have to simply, the approach is that we have to simply form the number out of this array of digits, and then add 1 to that number which is formed out of this array, and then we have to again split out this number and store that each digit into the vector. Perfect. So let us now jump to the coding part to see how it is working. Perfect. So here's the working code. So basically we are given a function that we have to complete, and the parameters of this function is, we are given the vector, the size of the vector, and as you can see that the return type is vector int. That means you have to return the vector, right? So first of all, we have declared here the answer vector in which our answer will be stored, and then we will set the carry equal to 1, right? We will see why we set the carry equal to 1. So basically if we see here, like if we add a number, right, let us suppose take some number like this one, 999, and if we try to add 1, so we have to maintain two variables, right? That is a sum and a carry. Why do we need carry? Because if we have a like 9 plus 1 give me a 10, so but what do we store here? We store a 0 here, right? And 1 is carried out to this next digit. Perfect. So what we will do, to get this number, to get this 0, what we are doing, we are just adding that array of I currently I am pointing to plus the carry, and carry is initialized as 1, is initialized at 1 as 1, right? So that's why plus carry. And after that, since we want to get this here, we will take the mod, right? Mod with 10, so it will fetch me a 0. Instead, for instance, if there was some another number, suppose the sum was forming equal to 13, so what we would have done, we would have taken mod here and we would have got 3, right? So that's the, because in this final answer we only store the last digit, right? That's why we take the mod with 10. Now this was about this, like how to fill up this digit or this place with the digit. So that means we will add array of I plus carry and we will do mod with 10. Now if you want to find out the carry for this next digit, what we will do, similarly we will have array of I plus carry and we will divide it by 10. So as you can see, 9 plus 1 will give me a 10, and 10 by 10 gives me a 1. Similarly, in this case of 13, right, if I divide it by 10, what will I get? 1. And the remainder will be 3, right? So that's why 1 will be carried away here, right? So similarly, this will be repeated again. 9 plus 1 will give me 10. I will have a 0 here, then 1, then 0. Now, the main part is once this all of the digits of this array is completed, at the last we have to again check whether the carry is still remaining or not. If the carry is still remaining, then we have to add 1 here again, or that carry value. Perfect. So that's the logic, right? So yeah, so that's why I said that carry is initialized with 1, and then we iterated this entire array from the last, right? And then while last, as you can see here, right, we are once we when we try to add any number to this any given number, then we start adding up from the last digit, right? So that's why, yeah, so that's the logic. That's why we are iterating from the last till the first digit of that array, and after that we are pushing back the carry plus array of I mod 10, as we discussed just now, and we have modified our carry with carry equal to carry plus array of I divided by 10. And this is the part where I said that if there might be chances, like for the case of 999 plus 1, right, that we are getting an carry even after the array is now completely traversed. So that's why if that's the case, then we add the carry explicitly. Now the logic is that here the last part is, since we are pushing back this number in vector, right, so it will stored in this form 0 0 0 and 1, but the answer is this one, correct? So what we have to do, we have to reverse our vector in which we stored all of these digits. That's why we have reversed answer dot begin, answer dot end. So reverse is a STL function, and after that we will normally return our answer. So that's the entire code, guys. Like, it was a pretty simple question to solve, right? So let us now try to submit it. So as you can see that it is getting submitted. Now if I come to the time complexity, right, so there might be the chances that like the size you can see here, right, the size of array is 10 raised to the power 5. So for that we have to iterate completely all the digits in the array to form a number. Perfect. So yeah, and the space complexity is O of 1, because as you might say that that we have that we have taken this answer array, but we have to take this. Why? Because we have to return the vector, right? It is asked in the question that we have to return the vector. Apart from this thing, we haven't initialized any other space, right? So it is talking about another any auxiliary space apart from the return type, right? So this was about all the entire code, guys. So I hope that it was a pretty much easy question to understand, and most of you must have solved it earlier. So guys, that's all about today's session. Stay safe, stay happy, happy coding, and stay tuned to GFG practice for more such problem of the day editorials.